everyone, it's Bretta from runforefoot.com, and today I'm going to be doing a minimalist running shoe review for Forefoot running. I'm going to be talking about the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR. And every so often I get asked what keeps me going as a runner, and it's my strong feet. And that is because I always run in running shoes that stimulate muscle strength, not diminishes it. And the Vibram FiveFingers really makes that possible to keep your feet strong for running. And if I could pick a shoe that reverses the damage done to the feet by the traditional running shoe, it would be hard to pick a shoe that couldn't do a better job than the Vibram FiveFingers, because the Vibram FiveFingers are really close to getting barefoot as you can possibly get. In the coming weeks, depending on where you live in the world, you're going to get tons of snow. A running shoe that makes it easier to withstand the challenges of winter running, especially winter trail running, is the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR, which will help you drive through the snow, providing lots of warmth and protection so that you can get where you want to be in the trails. The Trek Ascent LR is a true minimalist running shoe. However, the Trek Ascent LR has the thickest outsole compared to the rest of the other Vibram FiveFingers running shoes, and that is because the Trek Ascent LR is strictly for running or hiking on rocky paths and trails, so fully feeling the ground in these cases isn't the best when running over sharp roots and rocks in the middle of the mountains in the middle of the winter. But the Trek Ascent LR is still much thinner than the standard minimalist trail running shoe on the market, so you are still able to harness enough sensory feedback in the bottoms of your feet to help you maintain the mechanical skill sets you need to enable a more efficient gait and stride, thereby helping you maintain good forefoot running form when you're running in the trails. When it comes to hardcore trail endurance running, you want that balance, meaning that you want to feel the ground, but you don't want to feel the painful parts of the ground. So the Trek Ascent LR really keeps you on a level playing field, and that the shoe is a credible alternative to running barefoot. So there's no other minimalist running shoe that protects your feet, but still has minimal padding to deliver the right amount of sensory stimulation to help you avoid heel strike when you run, and therefore helps you reduce incoming impact by helping you guide yourself to land on your forefoot. No other minimalist running shoe can really achieve this except for the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR, which gives you everything your feet needs to be protected to win out there on the snowy trails. So up front and center, the traction on the Trek Ascent LR is pretty magnificent, and it also provides a great sense of comfort. The overall construction of the Trek Ascent LR is it's zero dropped, so it has a 0 millimeter heel to toe differential. So what that basically means is that the front of the shoe lies on the same level as the heel of the shoe. The Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR really goes way beyond being winterproof. It's full rock protected, and it's also made of kangaroo leather hemp, which is how it keeps your digits or your toes very toasty, especially when you wear these with toe socks. Now, the outsole is extremely grippy, so it's great for running on icy surfaces. The overall intention of this shoe is designed primarily for rugged trail and terrain running. It's certainly a really good adventure shoe, but you just want to bear in mind that the added outsole thickness does sacrifice or undercut some sensory feedback from the ground. At the same time, you won't feel anything painful. You won't feel those painful tripping hazards when you're running on the trail. So with that said, if you are a minimalist runner who love padding, and there's some runners who love padding under their feet. I'm not really one of them, but a lot of runners like to feel that extra comfort under their foot, and they can still maintain a good forefoot strike landing. So if you really like having padding under your feet, you will really like the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR, because they are not as minimal as the Vibram FiveFingers KSO Evo or the KSO Classic. So with my advice to you is that you might have to pay extra attention to your forefoot strike landing when you're running in these shoes. Aside from that, this shoe is great for shielding Mother Nature's harshest elements from your feet. So I'm just going to list off some of the notable specifications that I really appreciate of the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR. So as I mentioned, the upper is completely made of soft kangaroo leather and hemp, and this is how your feet retain warmth in the winter. And because they're made of kangaroo leather, the overall upper structure is extremely sturdy. Now, the inside of the shoe feels very soft, so you can wear these shoes comfortably without socks, without getting blisters or any forms of skin irritation. They're very easy to wear. They're easy to put on. They have a high ankle collar, so it gives you more full foot protection. They're great for rock climbing, mountainous hiking. You can also wear them for casual use, of course. They have a wide toe box, but because of the fact that the upper is made of kangaroo leather, this material does take a little bit longer to stretch out. So let's talk about the amount of underfoot protection that the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR provides. The insole is 4 millimeters plus the outsole is 4 millimeters. So this gives you a total of 8 millimeter of complete underfoot protection. And the nature or the design of the outsole or the texture of the outsole is very similar to the outsole protection that the Vibram Speed provides as well. And I did a review on the Vibram FiveFingers Speed Redone. You just want to click on the link below to go see that review I did. The Trek Ascent LR is machine washable, but you don't want to air dry them in the sun. Because of the added protection, the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent do weigh a little bit more. They weigh in at about 7 ounces. Nonetheless, because they are more jam-packed with more protection and more padding and more traction, you can get a lot of miles out of these shoes. So you're going to be wearing these shoes for a couple of years because they do have a high degree of durability. They do dry very quickly when they're wet, which is great for when it's cold out. And of course, you can always wear these shoes with toe socks for added warmth. They also have a speed lacing system that allows for quick adjustments. That's pretty much it. I like the Trek Ascent LR because of the nature of the design and that the shoe does a really good job at protecting your foot when you're running over chaotic terrain without neglecting too much sensory input. Now, although you don't fully get that strong, distinct, crystal clear sensory feedback on the bottoms of your feet, the Trek Ascents are still very qualified to serve as one of the thinnest minimalist running shoes out there. And so they really do help you guide you to avoid heel strike when you run. And the fact that there's minor arch support, there's next to none arch support in the Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent LR. They allow your arch not only to strengthen, but they allow your arch and your Achilles tendon to unleash the energy and store the energy you need to run with greater running efficiency. Basically, the lack of overall support within the Trek Ascent LR is the centerpiece for allowing you to develop very lucrative arch strength and overall foot and ankle strength and great form stability. Your feet can't function to their full potential when you're running around in hiking boots. Trail running is really about getting connected with nature. Truly isn't a better way to enjoy nature when you can get closer to nature. And wear testers' ratings on the Trek Ascent LR are strong and 100% convincing that these shoes are well suited for running in any chilly outdoor activities. And when your feet are stronger, you run safer. And this shoe is nothing but qualified for a sufficient minimalist running shoe for forefoot running. You don't want to miss any opportunity when it comes to running outside in the snow. The Vibram FiveFingers Trek Ascent provides better protection against Mother Nature's harsh elements. The shoes really goes to the core of trail running, help you attain the good physical resources your feet need to act as a good base for running without imposing any limits or causing you to run recklessly like most traditional running shoes. So for more information on running tips, for example, for more information about forefoot running versus the health harming effects of heel strike running, please head on over to my blog, runforefoot.com, where you will also find loads of reviews and recommendations on other barefoot-inspired footwear that I feel that are best suited for forefoot running. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated on all the latest research regarding the proper biomechanics of running and how to run with greater running efficiency, as well as how to fuel and nutritional information about running. Have fun out there on the roads. Bye for now.